Hey guys, how's it going? It's Saturday, and I spent a good chunk of yesterday and a good chunk of today actually just cleaning up the shop, putting stuff away, stuff that was laying all over the floor, just to get it organized, give myself some room here. And actually, I have more working room now with two trucks in here than I did when I had just the one. So, uh, go figure. It's sometimes it's worth to just shut her down and muck it out, get organized, and put stuff away, and you start saving time in the long run because you know where everything is. You don't have to move a whole bunch of shit just to get to one piece or whatever. So yeah, it's worth it. Take a couple days, clean up the shop, get it organized, and I always feel a lot better when I do that. So I'll show you what I did real quick after this, but we're going to get back to work on the Chevy. I want to get the rear fenders ready for paint, as well as the splash aprons between the running boards and the box right in front of the rear fenders. I got those two little splash aprons that I got to paint. I also have the filler piece between the front bumper and the grill. Got to get that finished up and painted. And I've got the moldings, the window moldings and garnish moldings and all that stuff. So yeah, I've got to get all that going because I've got a short window here of decent weather where I can pull the truck outside to paint, and then all the painting will be done. I don't have to worry about it again. So yeah, we'll get rolling on that stuff, and might as well just get right to it. All right, so look at all the room I've got. Whew. It's amazing. I still got room to walk all the way around the truck. And one thing, when you buy an aftermarket hood for a muscle car or whatever, they give you these little foam blocks to protect the corners of the new hood during shipping. I always save them. So that hood is actually not even touching the floor. I got a block on each side. So yeah. So instead of having to lay flat where it takes up half a bay, it only takes up a few square feet. So yeah, so I've got room all the way around. And then I put all the parts that belong with the truck in the truck bed now that it's all bolted down and finished. So that freed up a ton of floor space. And then I laid a couple of planks across the frame rails of my 50 Ford. Put a bunch of other Chevy parts on top there, all the window stuff and running board brackets and fender braces and stuff like that. So that gets that out of the way, and then I got stuff that's underneath the frame. So I'm down to just a couple little boxes here. Perfect. And then I brought a ton of crap upstairs as well. So yeah, so I got a whole ton of working area. So now I guess I can just go ahead and get after those front or rear fenders, I should say. And yeah, might as well just get after it. Okay, so I'm starting with the right rear, mostly because it's the worst of the two. This one here, the left rear, driver's side, is pretty good. It just needs a couple little minor touch-ups and final prime, sand, and paint. This one though, it was pretty messed up. There's a big chunk missing here. There's another one here. I've scuffed it up already. I've done a little bit of work, couple of shots with kitty hair or fiberglass reinforced body filler. We always called it kitty hair. I got a couple little spots right here, and right here was pretty mangled up. So I think it got melted by an exhaust pipe or something. I don't know. But anyway, we'll straighten that out. So I'm going to use this stuff here. It's called Bondo glass. It's just, like I said, it's kitty hair, man. So it goes on the same as regular body filler. You mix it the same with hardener, put it on, sand it, and then after you'll have to touch it up with a little bit of regular body filler. So yeah, I'll mix up a little batch of that, put it on, and yeah, let it dry. Okay, this shit doesn't spread like body filler does. It's kind of, it's a little bit messy. I know it looks ugly when you put it on, but sands off easy enough. Have I said how much I hate working with fiberglass? Oh, I really, 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 really hate it. Anymore, and I'm just making a mess. Okay, that takes about the same amount of time as it does for regular body filler to dry. So, you know, a few minutes and it'll be hard, ready to sand. All right, so that kitty hair is taking a little longer than expected to harden up. I guess I was a little shy with the hardener. Like it's setting up, but it's just going to take a little bit longer. So while I'm waiting, I figured I'd take the other fender and get some 400 grit wet paper and sand it all down. And you know, there's a bunch of little touch-ups, nothing major, but they're there. You know, little spots like that. I marked them all out with pencil, and I said they're not major or anything, but there's a bunch of them. So I'm gonna mix up some body filler and get all these touch-ups done. Might have to do more than one application, but yeah, we'll get that in body filler and ready for final sand and primer. So that's where I'm at on that, and we'll take care of all these little nicks and whatever now. Okay, when you got a spot like this, there's like 6 or 8 of them, but it's all in this one area. So instead of, you know, doing a little dab on each little nick, just skim the whole thing. It'll be a much better, a lot easier to sand, less chance of it being all, you know, wavy and crappy. So there we go. All right, still didn't mix quite enough, but we'll get the rest in the next shot. All right, so got to get the spots that I came up short on the first batch. And I did sand it out. There's a couple of the spots that need second coat. There's all kinds of little pinholes here, or divots. I don't know what you want to call them. They're not right through. They're not holes, but they're okay. That. And that should do it. There we go. All right, so this one's done. It's not bad. Not bad at all. It looks like I'm putting a lot on here, but it's very, very, very thin. I mean, it's more discolored the primer than anything else. Anyway, it's finished. I've also sanded the kitty hair fiberglass and marked out all my spots that need to be touched up with pencil. There was one spot here and one here. The rest is just where I had the fiberglass. So I'm gonna go ahead and skim those out. I'm not gonna bother showing them. It's the same thing as I did on this Fender. So I'll finish it off and sand it and put it aside, and we'll get into something else, because these two pieces will be ready for primer. Okay, so both fenders have been sanded up and both are ready for primer. So it's supposed to be a nice day out Wednesday, I'm hoping. I mean, it's still raining, so it feels like it's been raining for a month. Anyway, yeah, so they're ready to prime, because I want to be able to pull the truck out when I spray. So I need a nice day. And now I'm getting on these. These are the splash aprons from the running board up to the box, just in front of the rear fenders. That one, let's pull this up just a little bit. The far one is already been stripped, and this one here I started. So I'm just using this little guy here, and there's just a little bit of surface rust on it. Nothing big. Take like 2 minutes to do this. Done. Shut the compressor off. Done with it for now. So anyway, on these are actually given to me by a viewer. What I was naming the top of my head right now, but I did thank him the day I got him on that video, and he knows who he is. Thanks again. Anyway, there's very little wrong with these at all. There's a little ding right here, and there's a spot right here. It's got to be tapped down, high spot, and it's almost identical here. Same spot right here. I think it has something to do with this mount. You know, maybe it's the way they're put on or taken off or whatever. And then there's another little high spot right here in the middle. And that's it. So it's basically the same type of bodywork stuff that I did with this, with the body filler. So I'm going to go ahead and get these done. And, you know, these all are painted blue. So, yeah, I'll get them done at the same time. So there we go. So there you go. Few parts ready for primer, sand, and then paint. I've got just a couple more items that are the same blue, so I'd like to get them in the primer as well. We'll get that in the next video. A couple of window moldings and the front filler piece between the front bumper and the grille. That's already in primer, so it's just these two outside trim pieces around the side windows in the doors. So yeah, I think that's it for the blue stuff. That'll be all the blue will be painted, except for the tailgate, because I don't have one yet. But I will find one soon. If not, I'll have to buy a new one. I don't really want to spend that kind of cash, but we'll see how it works out. And yeah, it's nice to have working room and have my stuff inside the garage. It's great. So I also found a couple of things that I'm never going to use, and I threw them on the interweb there for sale. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe get a few extra bucks in here. And yeah, that's about it, I guess. New subscribers, thank you very much. And you know, if you like the content, like what you see, please subscribe. I truly would appreciate it. And don't be shy, leave comments down below. I always like to check out the comments. And if you don't do anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.